when they start talking, when the people that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm gonna beat his ass if y'all talking.
Whatever y'all want. Mama, he can't stop nothing looming. None of that. Not at all. Not at all. Never. Nothing.
Y'all. Family. Like my entire family. Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them.
They gonna celebrate with me.
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here. On the Roach Sr. He was shit on
The rivalry between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. reached a boiling point Thursday at a heated press conference in Washington, D.C., ahead of their much-anticipated March 1st showdown at Barclays Center. While both fighters initially exchanged mutual respect for their skills, tensions quickly escalated when Davis made a pointed jab, mocking Roach's father for his shaking while speaking on stage. Davis, the undefeated WBA lightweight champion, exuded confidence as he addressed the media. "Come March the 1st, we dance," Davis said with his signature swagger. "Everybody knows how I get." Press conference took a more personal tone when Davis shifted his attention to Roach's family. Referring to Lamont Roach Sr., he remarked, "He better not bring his family. None of them can stop this." Davis mocked Roach Sr.'s nervousness, pointing out his shaking hands on stage. The comment drew laughter from Davis's camp, but only intensified the already fierce rivalry.
Family. Like my entire family. Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them.
They gonna celebrate with me.
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up on the Roach Sr. He was shit on
Pop.
my kids, he was shit on.
However, Lamont Roach Sr., addressing Gervonta Davis's mocking comment about him shaking during the press conference, dismissed the notion of nervousness. He clarified that he wasn't shaken, attributing his demeanor to the excitement and anticipation for the fight. Confident in their preparation, he emphasized, "We've been doing this for a long time. We're more than ready and will continue to train hard for March 1st.
How he say I was shaking?
Or I don't know, he said someone was shaking.
I thought he was saying, okay.
Okay,
nah,
I mean...
wasn't shaking, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nervous, man. Pressure bust piping. There's no nervousy over here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we've been doing this too long, man. I'm saying we excited. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for this. We more than ready, and we're gonna continue to train hard and be ready for March 1st.
Following the press conference, Roach Jr. emphasized his gratitude for his family's unwavering support, stating the fight represents his way of honoring their belief in him.
Man, this I don't know. I broadcast my family and my loved ones all the time. So this just a token of their appreciation to me, and shit. The fight gonna be my token of appreciation to them.
Roach Jr., moving up in weight for the bout, remained composed and didn't engage in the personal barbs. Instead, he emphasized his preparation and the strides he has made since their amateur encounters. "His team knows my work, up close and personal," Roach said confidently. "Come March 1st, we're gonna kick some."
Shit, I mean, everybody won a first round knockout, but shit, I'm trying to knock anybody out. I don't care if it was him, if it was anybody else. I'm trying to knock everybody out.
We'll knock him out the first round.
This clash isn't just about titles, it's personal. Davis and Roach share a history dating back to their amateur days, where they faced off twice, with Davis emerging victorious in both encounters. Since then, Davis has risen to become one of the biggest stars in boxing, while Roach has quietly built a strong resume, capturing the WBA super featherweight title and now setting his sights on a second division. "I've gotten better in every aspect since the amateurs," Roach declared. "I was one of the best then, and I'm much better now." Lamont Roach Sr. also reflected on his history with Gervonta Davis, recalling a moment of shared success from Davis's amateur career. As the 2012 head coach for the National Golden Gloves team, Roach guided Davis to a national championship in Las Vegas when Davis's personal coaches couldn't attend. Roach described the experience as a pivotal moment in Davis's amateur journey and expressed pride in having contributed to his growth as a fighter.
Yeah. I coach, I was the 2012 head coach for the National Golden Gloves team. Tank was there. And I coached Tank to his national championship, man, in 2012. None of his personal coaches was there, couldn't make it at the time. And we had a fun ride on winning, you know what I'm saying? I like to say I helped contribute to that from those 5-6 days out there, helping him win one of the biggest tournaments of his amateur career. So that was a little connection that we had while we was out there in Las Vegas at the time. So,
despite their current rivalry, Roach Sr. emphasized his respect for Davis's accomplishments, acknowledging the achievements of both Davis and his son, Lamont Roach Jr. He maintained that his mission in boxing has always been to guide and inspire young athletes, celebrating their successes while focusing on his son's upcoming challenge.
These kids grow up, man. I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? If I can't, I'll be hypocritical if I'm talking about youth when I give it my whole reason, this mission to save lives through the sport of boxing and kids succeed, man, you know what I'm saying? So I'm proud, Mom. I'm proud of his accomplishments as well, as well as my son, you know, so more so my son because he's my son, but I'm happy for them guys over there.
However, tensions escalated during the press conference when Gervonta Davis became visibly agitated by Roach's fans, leading to a fiery exchange of heated remarks.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here. He gonna pay for it. I guarantee he paid for it. I guarantee he paid for it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Come to the fight. Come to the fight. Come to the fight. Come to the fight. This me and you, folks. Tank.
Their fight took an unexpected turn when Davis announced his retirement during the build-up to the fight. This bombshell not only sent shockwaves through the boxing world, but also raised questions about the fight's future. In a recent interview with Fight Hub TV, Davis revealed his dissatisfaction with boxing and his decision to hang up his gloves after his next fight scheduled for March 1st, 2024. The fight, originally set for December this year in Houston, was postponed for reasons not yet clarified. However, this could be Davis's last big opportunity to confirm his dominance in the lightweight division before retiring.
Next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight.
Although many have speculated whether his retirement could tarnish his undefeated legacy, Davis appeared indifferent to such comment. In a previous interview with Fight Hype, Davis made it clear that, for him, his status as the best will always be secured. "I don't even care about that, bro. I don't even care about that. And where I come from, bro, I'll always be the greatest. I'll always be a G for myself," he stated. Gervonta Davis expressed his genuine emotions, explaining that stepping away from boxing was necessary for the well-being of his family. He revealed his intention to transform his lifestyle and embrace a more compassionate, nurturing role as a parent. Davis shared, "That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it would lose the fire that I have inside of me. I want everything out of me, so I don't ever think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I want to be much softer, be more humble, and things like that." Richardson Hitchens commented on Gervonta Davis's recent announcement about stepping away from boxing. He expressed surprise at Davis's decision, admitting he didn't realize it was coming. However, Hitchens acknowledged that Davis is a boss who does things his own way, and as the face of boxing, he doesn't need anyone. Hitchens shared that he had heard Davis mention the idea of retiring behind closed doors before, but hearing it publicly made it seem more genuine. He noted that Davis's announcement sounded real and significant.
I didn't even know he was that late. Take a boss though, he do what he want. Yeah. He the face of boxing, so he the face of boxing. They need him. He don't need nobody. So he the product.
Did you hear what he said yesterday after 2020? Yeah, he getting out.
Yeah, I know. He always been whispering that to me. Behind closed doors, like he don't got too much time. But him announcing to the media, it sounded like it's real. It sounded like.
Lamont Roach Sr. expressed his thoughts on Gervonta Davis's announcement, noting that it sounded like Davis might be torn between continuing his career or stepping away. Roach Sr. mentioned that he couldn't be sure what Davis was going through, but if he's facing personal struggles, he respected that and took Davis at his word. Roach Sr. emphasized that he doesn't believe in kicking someone when they're down, acknowledging that despite the business of boxing and the competitive nature of the sport, Davis is still a human being. He wished Davis the best and hoped he could overcome any challenges he was dealing with.
You gotta, when I hear that, I hear, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So I don't know what Tank's going through. If he's going through stuff, I take him on his word. I'm not a guy that like to kick a man when he's down, because at the end of the day, he's still a human being. I know it's a business, and when we fight, after we fight. But if he going through some things outside, and I wish him the best, man, and getting those things together.
Eddie Hearn acknowledged that while Gervonta Davis's recent comments might not be ideal for building the promotion of his fights, he respected Davis's honesty. He recognized that Davis's statement about needing therapy and taking time for his family resonated with him, especially since he too has daughters. Hearn pointed out that to reach the top of any profession, sacrifices and a level of selfishness are necessary, which can sometimes make someone appear harder or less emotionally available.
It's probably not great for building the show, but at the same time, I liked his honesty, right? I mean, I think that you're in a situation where what he's saying is I probably need a bit of, I think he said it himself, I think it's therapy, I've got 2 daughters, but you've got to be a certain type of individual to perform at the top of your game. I actually resonated a little bit with that because I've got 2 daughters. And but to be at the top of your profession, you've got to make sacrifices, you've got to be selfish, you've got to, and if you're a fighter, you've got to be a bad and the kid is.
Hearn also noted that Davis's comments reflected maturity as he navigates balancing personal growth and maintaining the edge that makes him a great fighter. While the promotion might not favor Davis showing this softer side, Hearn respected the honesty and maturity behind his words. He concluded that although the upcoming fight with Lamont Roach might not carry the same level of public attention and drama as others, it's still a solid matchup for Davis, with Roach being a strong fighter even if his profile isn't massive.
He's just maturing, he's making money, and I think he doesn't want to go a little bit softer because it will take away the great fighter that he is. But I like that side of him. You know, I think the promotion won't because they want him to go Lamont Roach, and the reality is to the wider world, that fight is not a huge fight, but it's a good fight. Lamont Roach is a good fighter. Now, he's a division below, and I know his profile's not massive, but it's a good fight. It's just not carrying the kind of needle and beef that the promotion would like, and especially when he comes out with those comments. But I thought they were mature comments from Tank.
Yeah,
and you've got to respect that, you know?
However, coming to the fight predictions, Robert Diaz expressed that while some people may see the upcoming fight as a mismatch, it's important to respect everyone's opinion. He emphasized that fans and experts are entitled to their views, but no one should dismiss the fight until it actually happens. He believes that if the fight does turn out to be a mismatch, then it can be discussed afterward. But for now, the focus should be on the anticipation of a good bout.
I can tell you this. For a lot of people that believe it's a mismatch, it's a, you know what? Obviously, they have their.
Everybody in the front. Everybody back your head in the front. Everybody, thank you.
They have
guys,
their.
Everybody back here in the front.
We have to respect everybody's opinion, but don't knock it until it's over. If it's a mismatch after, write about it and the fans could voice it.
Diaz also noted that Gervonta Davis is aware of what's in front of him, especially with the history between him and Lamont Roach. He believes Davis respects Roach, and vice versa, making it a fight built on mutual understanding. Diaz expects a strategic first half, where both fighters will play it smart, but as the fight progresses, it could turn into an intense battle. He anticipates that Davis's skills will be tested, with the potential for an exciting second half if the fighters stick to their game plans.
But right now I see Tank is going to come in knowing what he has in front of him this time because they know each other. There's a history. Tank respects him. I really believe he respects him. And Lamont for sure does. So I think it'll be a very good strategic fight in the first half. And then it could turn into a real fight in the second half. If everything works out right, we're going to see outboxing of Tank.
Lamont Roach stated that the fight with Gervonta Davis would be different, with Davis facing a new challenge. He emphasized that while he's always prepared for 12 rounds, his goal is to secure a knockout. Roach confidently declared that if the opportunity presents itself, he would look to take Davis out with a powerful punch.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
On the other hand, Gervonta Davis issued a brutal warning to Lamont Roach, advising him to leave his family, kids, and females at home. Davis ominously added that Roach should simply show up and watch what happens in the ring.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
Yeah,
now watch this.
They gonna
now
be
watch.
There. They gonna be
now
there.
watch.
Calvin Ford highlighted the long history between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, noting that they have known each other since their amateur days, including in the Silver Gloves. They've battled back and forth over the years, and Ford believes this will make for an interesting fight. He emphasized that Roach is always ready to bring his best, and that's what makes the matchup exciting. Ford also pointed out that despite some criticism about Roach being the opponent, the fight is beneficial for the community. He praised Roach for taking the opportunity and said it's a great fight for both the fighters and the fans.
They've been knowing each other from the amateurs, Silver Gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him, back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach always, he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, oh, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Clarissa Shields acknowledged Lamont Roach's impressive amateur background, noting that he's a skilled fighter. She emphasized that people are underestimating him despite his decorated amateur career. She also praised Gervonta "Tank" Davis, calling him a tough and skilled fighter. Shields stated that while she's had her differences with Davis, they both share a deep respect for boxing and the skill involved. When asked if it was a pay-per-view fight, Shields confirmed that she would definitely buy it, believing the matchup would showcase both fighters' technical abilities. She expects to see Tank's power on full display and looks forward to the fight.
Tank and Lamont Roach. Is that the right opponent for Tank?
I don't know why everybody is kind of sleeping on Lamont, but he has a decorated amateur career too. He's a very sturdy kid. He's very skilled. Tank is Tank, you know. And when I say Tank is Tank, I mean like he's a bad man. He can fight. He's tough. I know we had our dispute back and forth, whatever. But at the end of the day, we talk about just boxing. So he's a good fighter, and I look forward to watching that fight.
Is this a pay-per-view fight though? Would you buy it?
I bought any fight that Tank has had pay-per-view. And I think that Lamont Roach is worth watching. I think that this fight is going to be very technical, very skillful. As always, we're going to see the power of Tank on display.
Clarissa Shields reflected on her relationship with Lamont Roach, mentioning that she knows him from their amateur days. She described him as a cool person who can fight, adding that Roach had wished her luck in her own fight. When asked how Roach could be successful against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, Shields playfully responded, refusing to give away any game plans. She joked that if she did, it would make her a great trainer, but ultimately she wasn't about to give away the secret to beating Tank. Shields emphasized her loyalty, stating she wouldn't betray her own strategy.
And Lamont Roach, do you have a relationship with him?
I know him from the amateurs too. He cool. He can fight. He wished me luck on my fight. Hey, let the best man win there.
If he's to be successful, how would he do that?
To beat Tank?
Yeah.
Now you want me to give somebody the game plan on how to beat Tank?
Dude, you would be a great trainer because you have the skill.
Don't like me, so I ain't gonna give nobody the recipe to beat him. So you can take me later, my nigga.
As the fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. draws near, the tension continues to build. Both fighters have shown immense confidence, but it's clear that the stakes are high for each of them. Davis, with his unmatched power and experience, faces Roach, who is determined to prove himself and take on one of the biggest names in boxing. With both men bringing a history of rivalry and personal intensity, March 1st promises to be a night of high drama. Fans are eagerly awaiting to see who will emerge victorious in this highly anticipated showdown. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about Davis's retirement? Will this mark the end to Tank Davis's boxing career? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and also make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.